Today I want to introduce you to Lucy, the tallest lettuce plant in the whole world. Sound fun? Let's do it. My name is Nicole Burke and this is the Gardenary channel. Garden plus ordinary equals gardenary. Gardenary is all about making the garden an ordinary part of your everyday life, even if it means growing something crazy like Lucy. Do you think Lucy is the tallest lettuce plant in the whole world? I do. We're gonna check it out today in this video. So let's do it. Let me tell you a little background about Lucy. So I love salad gardening. I've been salad gardening for years. It was probably one of the first things that I had a lot of success with in the kitchen garden. In fact, when I started Rooted Garden about 5 years ago, my promise to all my clients was that I could help them grow 6 months of salad from their garden if they let me set it up for them. Do you think that's true? It's true. So my favorite salad mix is called Rocky Top Lettuce Mix. I'll put a link to it below this video, and it's from Baker Creek Seeds. So when you see the packaging, it looks kind of like a spring mix like you would buy from the grocery store. You know those little plastic boxes that travel about, I don't know, 1,000 miles before they get to your refrigerator shelf? Yeah, that one. So instead of that, it's this little package of seed that's got all the different varieties that you would grow from that spring mix. So things like romaine and some red lettuce and some butter crunch. But it also says that they include in their mix some rare heirloom seeds. And I think that this one, I think Lucy is one of those rare heirlooms, and I'll tell you why. So back in February, the end of February here in Chicago, I planted out the Rocky Top lettuce mix, and we harvested from those plants again and again and again. Beginning around the end of April, we harvested all the way until the end of June. So basically more than 2 months. Now all those plants started to bolt, kind of like this one's doing. So bolting is just the, kind of the sequence of events after a plant gets to a spot where it's no longer optimal for it to grow. So bolting means it's just going to send up this strong center stalk, start to flower and produce seed. So most of the plants were doing that, and I pulled almost all of them. My daughter and I came and cleared out all the lettuce plants. You can see this one's doing the same thing. And we added these trellises, boom, because we're going to grow cucumbers in this spot instead. But Lucy was here along with a few of her friends, and Lucy was just looking too beautiful to cut. I mean, she was clearly starting to bolt and go taller, but she wasn't looking scraggly like that little girl who just fell over, right? So she wasn't doing this. Lucy was just standing tall in all of her glory. So I let her just keep going just to kind of see what would happen. So now here we are. It's been a few weeks, maybe 3 or more weeks since I let Lucy just start doing her thing, and she's showing no signs of stopping. Now I do have the trellis now that's giving her some support. You can see it is she's a little top heavy, but I thought it'd be fun in this video to measure Lucy's length. Now I am 5'8", and these beds are about 2 feet tall. So I'm guessing you can probably guess how tall Lucy is, because she's almost my height. So let's check it out. You ready? You want to guess? You can put in the comments below what height you think Lucy is. So I'm going to start right at the soil level. No cheating here. And we shall see how tall she is. Okay. So if Lucy gets straightened up a little bit, she is just about 47 inches tall. Is that crazy? So almost 4 feet tall. I don't know if you know your math, but there's 12 inches in a foot. So 47 inches is almost 4 feet tall. What? So I would like to submit to Guinness Book of World Records that Lucy is the tallest lettuce plant in the world. And if you guys know of a taller one, you'll have to let me know. Although I don't know if I want to tell Lucy, because she's living her best life right here. So when I first started gardening, I started to realize there was this kind of magic in the garden where plants, every single plant that grows in the garden, it has inside of its DNA ability to reproduce itself. So either you can cut from the plant and root that little cutting and turn it into a new plant, or you can let that plant grow all the way to the end of its life cycle and watch that plant produce its own seed that will create more and more plants in the seasons to come. I mean, what else in the world does that? Where you have it, and just the mere fact of having it and growing it means that you're gonna have it for the rest of your life. I think it's just such a super pure, exciting, magical part of growing a little bit of your own food. So say hello to Lucy, and I dare you to try to grow your own Lucy too. I think you can have an experience like this when you grow heirloom variety seeds, because they're gonna have special, unique things inside of them that allow them to do things that your typical garden variety salad plants won't do. So look for heirloom seeds. I highly recommend the Rocky Top lettuce mix that I've grown from Baker Creek Seeds, and they actually have a lot of heirloom varieties, salad varieties, that you can just buy that one type of seed at once rather than the mix. So try to grow your own heirloom variety seeds, and when you see a plant start to go to seed, start to bolt like this one does, I challenge you to just let at least one of them stay in the garden and watch and see them do their thing. You never know, you might try to compete with Lucy, the tallest lettuce plant in the world. I dare ya. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for bringing back the kitchen garden with me. If you want to learn how to bring your gardening skills to the next level, or maybe even start your own garden coach business the way I did with Rooted Garden, then the best way to get started is to take our Green Thumb quiz. It's a simple short quiz where you answer a bunch of questions, no, not a bunch, a few questions, and at the end of the questions we'll tell you what kind of gardener we think you are and how you can grow to the next level. So go check it out. The link is right below this video. Take the Green Thumb quiz and come back and tell us what kind of gardener you are. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. And maybe Lucy too. Keep going, Lucy. You're amazing. Bye. Lucy says bye too.